This tea tastes pretty sweet, not gonna lie. The honey you put in there really adds to the flavor, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, usually I drink the tea that way. You know it's good for the mind when you feel the need for it.
Thank you for inviting us and our crews over once again for this invitation to have breakfast here in Porsarton. It sure feels relaxing to just sit around, have a cup of tea, and just take it real easy. Same here. I need to be mentally ready, since the 2025 Formula One World Championship is starting in a few weeks. Those championships won't be defended by themselves, you know?
Agreed. There is no easy task in defending them from the rogues that put Sam through several hurdles in the previous championship.
No matter what those imbeciles throw at you, Sam, you are our numero uno. And if those bastardos decide to break spaghetti in front of my face, I'm gonna summon the Leonfield brothers to arrest them. Because breaking spaghetti is not approved.
We appreciate the sentiment for your Sam and everything, but after thinking about this between me, Pix, and our Sam, Mike and Scoppy, we have a lot of big news provided. It's very good, don't worry.
That's right. It'll be very beautiful, very tremendous, and very mind-blowing. That'll be even more surprising.
Yeah. What they both said.
Pix, do you want to do the honors or do you want me to?
I've got this. So, Swag Sam, a word with you if I may?
What's up?
As I've watched you from behind the scenes on your exceptional performance in the championship of F124, I was growing intrigued by the concept of it. In fact, our inspiration has never been stronger. There were some teams in Formula One that never stood as strongly with the best as yours did. Not even with some of the Raffle World's own versions of racing and whatnot. That's nothing large when compared to this. Swag Sam, what if you were to extend that talent in quite a way that goes further above and beyond? How would you like to make your own Formula One racing team on behalf of the Raffle World?
No fucking shit. My own racing team on behalf of the Raffle World. Against the likes of Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, and even Kit Sauber.
If you want to do it, you have my full honor to do so. There may still be some competition even against them, but I'm absolutely certain racers and other teams, especially Bottas and Leclerc, will still support you and help you fight the battle against those rogues. A full-on team of the Raffle World, in alliance with Ferrari and Kick Sauber. What do you think?
In that case, get ready, because a new team is joining the F1 grid for 2025. That means yes, I'll do it.
Excellent! You are now officially in charge of that team. I'll have my crew and some others provide all the resources and staffing you'd like to hire.
Did you hear that correctly? Swag Sam is gonna run a Formula One team on behalf of the Raffle World? Because in that case, your team is gonna need a power unit. Because you cannot have a car without an engine. Thankfully, my connection at Ferrari can help you get provided with their power units for the season.
That is very much true.
Indeed. We also know a good chunk of people who are into the racing sport in this country. Allow me to contact them and have them join Swag Sam's team.
Shelly's one of those fans as far as I know. And given she's a multi-talented hacker administrator who managed to fix our Raffle over here and upgrade it, she says she'd be more than happy to assist.
Hell yeah. So, Swag Sam, let it be known that we'll all have your back along the way. Same with Leclerc, same with Bottas, and same for Pixel Art and everyone else.
Akkurat. And eventuelt hefur notberating tis I hafa svo megótt nefsvof mæjofn tósar. Orðar following 2026, vill bere turninga tóð agrít because tera vill be anoter njútæjam joining tard
Huh? Oh really?
That's right. Next in gonna be part of the catitla cracking tæjam alon grit. Peres.
Say what?
As krasi as it suits, it sattu allir true. Tarts probably hefast hringatróvar hús last tími abóð ötter þrý rógu bastards og trétt celebration of Kicksøpers Constructors Championship alongside your Samstrivers Championship.
Well, I'll be damned. I guess we won't have to worry about Perez being a thorn on our side anymore.
Indeed. But who knows what those bastards at Red Bull and McLaren are plotting for this year's lineup.
Peres told med hart Tosefuk had sat Red Bull were treating him noting Mauritanius staff hipping boy, and hart have wanted to get it of there. The reason we have a saga inst Sam was because have would have already been negative day photo. Not to mention, it told me how the bastards were running at that entire shits off.
Well, so long as Perez listens to you from here on out, there should be no problems between him and any of us. Right, guys?
Indeed, Sam, you're not wrong. Plus, we've had a track record of people who were initially bad but were willing to redeem themselves in the long run.
That's right, I'm right there with the two of you. Though, if Alex was here, he would have dismissed that idea caustically.
So, I suppose this means we could possibly remove Perez from the blacklist. Although, remind me to do that by the time the season after this begins, since I'm personally more focused on having Kelly provide for Swag Sam's team. You do you on that part, Scotty. All things considered though, those sons of guns grudging against Swag Sam better look out and run. In the sense of seeing their tactics fail harder.
Amen to all that. That begs the question though, I always wondered who in their right minds would be in charge of those bastards trying to cheat against Swag Sam to begin with.
Peres told med hart tese bastards are as follows, Zile Zazic, Stan Gibbon and Dickie Ranford.
Zile, Stan, and Dickie? Those guys?
You know them, Ed.
Those are three bastards from Speed Racer series, Speed Racer The Next Generation, one of whom made a fraudulent eco-car wannabe when he used leaded gas that was found in soda cans and hid them all underneath an emissions collector under his hood.
Huh. I wish I could say I was surprised when I was thinking someone had to be involved with their motives. Then again, it could have been worse. By the way, Ed, what kind of people are Zile and Stan? And why do they want Swag Sam sabotaged?
Zile Zazic was notorious for playing nice whenever certain figures like Spritle were around, but his main goal was to try to stop the Mach 6 from ever being completely finished with its gasless engine, and Stan was considered his right-hand man who can be a total dumbass at times. But now that the Mach 6's gasless engine was finished, I have a feeling Zile's plan to try to sabotage Swag Sam might be his new motive, from what I'm hearing.
Huh. Well, in that case, I better make sure Swag Sam's Team HQ and garage are heavily protected, in case Zile and his goons have any funny ideas in store.
Did you hear that? That cheap bastard Sam and his gang are racing on their own racing team this year instead of that shitty Kickstarter one. And Perez is joining his former teammate Bottas on the Cadillac team next year. What? That son of a bitch! If Racer X hasn't given me enough trouble, these guys are gonna be much worse. Let's tell Zile about it, so that way the Red Bull, Racing Bulls, and McLaren teams are informed as well. And this will surely put more of my race rigging schemes to use too. Hurry the fuck up, Stan. I need to know if Red Bull, Racing Bulls, and McLaren will be favorites to win the Formula One World Championship this season.
Here it is, boss. But do you need me to cuddle you? You seem to be really stressed out as of late.
Should I give him a dose of Ranford gas cola?
No! I mean, what is it with you and that stupid gasoline and soda can shit? That's just straight up disgusting.
It's the perfect way to hide it, since nobody ever expects to put gasoline, especially leaded gasoline, inside soda cans. Not even that nerd known as cola.
I don't think gasoline sits right with my cookies, Mr. Z.
What the hell am I gonna do with you, Stan?
Sorry, boss.
Sir, it appears me and Block have gathered some intel regarding Sam and his former colleague Bottas. What? What is that hunk of scrap metal Sam doing this time? Hasn't he already caused me enough trouble after I failed to blow up the Mach 6 by winning the Formula 1 World Championship last year? It seems he's trying to make his own F1 team, and his former colleague known as Bottas is teaming up with our former whipping boy Perez in the Cadillac team for F1 26. I swear to God, when I get my hands on both of them, I'm gonna flay them to my piranhas! Say what? This is terrible. I thought I didn't have to worry about Sam for this season. In that case, Max, Yuki, Lando, Oscar, Liam, Isaac, get in here right fucking now!
What the bloody piss do you want?
Is Sam not already motioned?
Seriously, eu estou a gingado de oblau gingado teu aí sai pendejo.
What is it, Master Zazic? It sounded like you saw the ghost of Sam haunting your office with painful memories from last year.
And the ghost of Perez trying to team up with his former colleague Bottas? Because that sounds like the most bullshit thing I would have heard in my life. And I come from the land of the spies.
Me and Cruncher Block just informed Zile about how Sam is creating his own F1 team for this year, and that next year his former colleague Bottas will be teaming up with our former whipping boy Perez. I figured I'd be an insider for Zazic Incorporated after Royalton Industries was forcefully shut down by authorities. No thanks to that son of a bitch Speed Racer and his T180 Mach 6. And I thought one Mach 6 was bad enough. Regardless though, we have all the info we need in order to crush everyone at the races. And we will rig them all in our favor. You know what to do, Norris.
Oh no. Sound the UNA alarm São inscretingis OWN Formula 1 Tião Mutterverkehr and the ideal swear that correctly Rezis bona beta amigo tweeties all tamat botas for 2026 that mutterfucking piece of shit snacker.
Hey, we can worry about Peritz later. Right now, we have to worry about Sam and his new Formula 1 team filled by a bunch of bakes. They would even make good ships like the one I make with me and Sam. Yes, ma'am.
Stan.
Whatever. I'm just gonna put more gasoline soda in everyone's fridges.
So that's why my Ranford cola tasted like Puras.
You're fucking pendejo.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't just go around putting gasoline inside soda cans.
Hey, could I maybe draw some art with it? That would be the perfect weapon to use in my manga.
I know that I come from the land where snipers piss in jars and use them as weapons, but even they wouldn't try to drink that stuff.
You both are just straight up disgusting.
If I can't get publicity from my fraudulent eco-cars, I may as well do it by other means.
Oh my god, Ranford. These kinds of things make me wonder why I even hired you after our rivalry.
We have a common goal, don't we? We want to get rid of that walking tin can computer known as Microsoft Sam Fulger.
If we win, do we get more cookies?
Sure, Stan, whatever floats your boat. But as for the rest of you guys, get out there and rig those races. It will be done. We will ensure that the drivers of Red Bull, McLaren and Racing Bulls secure that win and not Sam's Racer Motors run a team. I'll even drive my weaponized truck onto the tracks if I have to.
Those aren't even street legally.
Defy me and I will throw you into the fucking sharks! Easy there, Block. I don't want to have to push this ice sculpture of Verstappen's car off the edge, do you? But didn't you do that same thing to the one of the GRX in a fit of rage after Speed won the Grand Prix prior to your arrest? Don't remind me. Anyways, with that out of the way, your days of a Formula 1 champion are numbered, Sam!
Eu bater berra de eu fucking pendejos.
Get ready, Sam, because during this season, you are お前はもう死んでいる。
NANI? That crappy Sam racing team will not be able to beat the likes of us.
Those fucking wankers will not know what hit them.
We will not let you down, Master Zazic.
Sam and whatever he has planned will crumble before our very eyes. Mwah.
We will crush them to bits.
Oh, more friendship time.
No, Stan!
Sorry, boss.
You bet you're sorry, you fucking dumbass.
I'm gonna put some cans of Ranford gas cola in their fridges, so that way they get too sick to work on their cars.
Disgusting!
It will all be worth it, you'll see.
Whatever. Now, get to your battle stations! Go, go, go!
Aye, Master Zazic.
This plan can't possibly fail. Unlike Robbie Rotten's plans.
Who is Robbie Rotten? Maybe he would like to be friends with me. I will even share my cookies with him.
Shut the fuck up, Stan!
Sorry, boss.
Microsoft Sam plays F125. What's up, my scrubby scrubs? This is the goddamn Microsoft Sam here, and welcome to the very first episode of Microsoft Sam plays F125. A series where I run my very own racing team on behalf of Pixel Art Builder 583 and the Raffle World in hopes of bringing championship glory to the team just like I was able to do it with Kid Sauber last year. So without further ado, let's jump into it. First, let's create a new save file, since somebody has already been playing here. Probably Slag. Full season, please. Let's tweak with the settings, since I am the goddamn Microsoft Sam, and this is gonna be played by my rules. The settings are now set, so let's continue. So you can also manage the other teams? Countersport and APXG Beta? Well, I'm gonna be running my own team, so no thanks to either of them. Driver icons? This sounds quite interesting, so I might as well have driver icons as well. So that's everything for the setup phase. Let's go and get this started. Enable tutorials. Well, since I am gonna be running with one team for the very first time, I might as well turn in the tutorials.
As the owner of the newest team in F1, your first job should be introducing yourself to the team.
Alright then, I guess I have to make my own avatar. My name is obviously Sam Samuelson. This guy is gonna be my avatar.
Now we know a bit more about you. Let's explore your background ahead of our first season.
My background for the season.
Hey there, my name's Andrew. I'm your head of personnel. It'd be useful for the team to know a bit more about your background. Give them a sense of how you intend to lead our efforts.
Pleasure to meet you, Andrew. So I have to decide in what my background is gonna be? Well, considering that I helped Kit Sauber last year by winning the championship, I know how to build the car properly, so I'm gonna go for the head engineer background, but I wasn't alone, my engineer was super helpful as well.
And tell us a bit about this HQ. How well developed are the facilities here ahead of our debut season?
Pix said that he's gonna be having his group provide me with all the resources and staff I need, so that means that I have a very extensive facility investment.
Hello, Mathis, head of your engineering facility. Let's discuss where we think we are in terms of car performance.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Mathis. And as for the performance of the car, I know that the Raffle World's engineers are known for being the best in all of Earth 2, so that means that the car for the season is gonna be battling for wins.
Hey boss, I'm Anissa. I head things up in your corporate facility. Let's discuss our financial situation.
Nice to meet you too, Anissa. And as for our financial situation, in addition to all the resources Pix gave me, he also gave me a boatload of Dodge to finance the team, so that means we are filthy rich.
Right. With all that out of the way, our next task is to finalize our team's visual identity, our official name and branding.
Well, in that case, let's get to forming our identity. Since this team is gonna be racing on behalf of the Raffle World, the team is gonna be known as Raffle World Racing. And the team colors are gonna be as follows: yellow, light blue and purple. And the team badge is kinda look like the Raffle World flag, with the same colors. The team wears colors are gonna be the same as well.
Next up, there's an amount of contract work we need to get nailed down.
Alright then, lead the way.
First, we need to settle on our title sponsor. This will represent a key source of income over the coming season.
A lead sponsor, what are the options?
We have a few potential sponsors lined up. Each contract splits our income in 3 ways. A signing bonus that we receive now, a weekly income paid over the course of the season, and finally, a bonus at the end of the season, if we achieve the goals set out in the contract.
So it looks like I have 3 lead sponsors to choose from. Sam seems to have the biggest signing bonus out of all 3 sponsors, so I might as well go with them. Loyalty rewards? What are those?
This is our title sponsor, which are responsible for the bulk of our team's income. While much of that income is paid weekly, a large part is dependent upon us meeting our contractual obligations and hitting our seasonal goal. As we develop our relationship with this sponsor, we'll increase their loyalty, which over time can result in further benefits. That said, as our team's fan rating grows, we may be able to attract more valuable title sponsors. So, knowing when to prioritize building loyalty over the financial benefits of a more lucrative sponsor is something we'll need your guidance on.
So, if we remain loyal to our title sponsor, we get many benefits for it. Nice. I bet Rainbow Dash would be proud of us if we decide to remain loyal until the end.
Secondly, we have to make a call on which engine supplier we want to work with this season.
What do we have, Mathis?
Generally speaking, our choices can be defined as a trade-off between performance and durability, with the caveat that neither come cheap.
Only 4 engines to choose from? Well, Leclerc did tell me that his connections at Ferrari can help me get the power unit I need, so I am gonna be using Ferrari engines for this season. Plus no chance in hell I am gonna be using Red Bull engines, because they are nothing more than a bunch of fucking cheats. And now we need 2 drivers. Alright then.
Each driver's performance is measured in a number of ways. Experience counts for a lot, and drivers with more on-track experience will have an advantage over less experienced competitors. Racecraft describes a driver's ability to work their way through the pack to finish the race higher up than where they started. Awareness represents the driver's skill at avoiding the steward's room. The higher this stat, the less likely they are to pick up warnings and penalties. Pace is a measure of sheer speed. Outside of battling their opponents, how good are they at pulling out consistent fast laps? All these stats contribute to the driver's overall rating, while focus represents their current state of mind and how well they're leveraging their rating out on track.
So that means I need to pick 2 good drivers. I think this Sunny Hayes guy looks to be the perfect fit for the team, but before I decide to sign him, let me see what other options I have available. Sonny it is then.
Alright, that's one driver locked down. Now let's pick their teammate.
And now I need to pick Sonny's teammate. This Aiden Jackson guy seems like a perfect match, since he has the same rating as Sonny. Aiden, you are coming with me.
That all looks solid. Good choices, and all within our budget. Feel free to review your choices if you want, but otherwise I think we can move on.
I am perfectly happy with my choices, Anissa.
Finally, we need to approve our race gear. Don't worry about sponsors just yet, we'll add them later. For now, let's just focus on the livery design and suits.
I think I am perfectly happy with the car livery and the race suits, since they are just like I planned them to be, in Raffle World colors. No need to make any changes, since all the race gear is perfect.
I think that's everything, boss. If you're happy with all of this, give us the nod, and we'll get everything moving. And if not, feel free to go back and review your choices.
I am ready, Andrew. The team is ready, the drivers are ready, everything is ready. Let's get the season started.
Hello and welcome to this very special live stream. Great to be with you all, because today we're going to witness history.
That's absolutely right, Natalie, because for so many years we've wondered exactly what 11 teams would look like on the grid. Guess what? Today is the day we find out.
And we are here at the team's state-of-the-art HQ. We'll be seeing their brand new car very soon, but behind every team, behind every car, there's one person central to it all.
Yes, and they've been described as somewhat of an engineering genius, coming up with all the ideas to push the car and the sport to its limits. The question is, though, will they be able to step out of their comfort zone to deal with all the things that come with being a leader, dealing with the team's finances, sponsors, motivating the team and the drivers? Will they be able to juggle that, or will they drop the ball?
And we'll be seeing more behind the scenes as the season progresses. But of course, it is all about what happens on track. So, without further ado, let's see the fruits of their labor, the brand new 2025 car.
Well, thank you all for joining us. The team have done an incredible job. The car looks sensational.
It certainly does. Congratulations, and all the very best for the season ahead.
Thank you, Natalie and Naomi. I feel super ready for this season. I can feel it in my CPU.
Welcome to your Team HQ. This is the hub of the team's operations, and it's probably worth having a look around, familiarizing yourself with the different areas you'll be responsible for directing. You can use these options to navigate around your HQ. Keep an eye out for notifications. I think Madison Engineering was looking for you earlier, and they were asking for you in corporate as well. You should catch up with them before we proceed further. Oh, and as you look around, keep an eye out for this message. It appears wherever you can summon more information. It's a very useful reference if you want to start digging into the finer detail of how the team functions.
Will do, Andrew. I better check out what's available on the menu before I continue. What's this? Activities? Might as well check it out then.
This is your activity schedule. Scheduling activities between race weekends lets you and the various facilities focus on specific areas of productivity. You can select the different facilities in your own schedule over here, and then select an activity for them to pursue. Picking the right people to work on the right thing at the right time can give us an edge when we really need it, so don't overlook the value of activities. You should consider setting some now, if you have time before the next race.
So I can set different activities before the race weekend. Alright then, I better set some activities before I move on. Activities are now set, so let's carry on. The team owner has their own tab. Okay then, let's see what it contains. Overtraining. Does it mean I can train myself to lead the team better? Looks like I was right. Fan rating. As in, how my team is rated by the fans?
Your team standing on the grid is measured in two ways: fan rating and sentiment. Fan rating is a measure of your team's prestige and history in the sport, and can be increased by completing accolades. Whereas sentiment is more dynamic, a measure of your recent performance both within the current season and looking back to previous seasons. As your fan rating increases, you will earn not only a one-off award for each fan rating level, but also ongoing bonuses that benefit the team. Positive sentiment can unlock more bonuses relative to your fan rating, whereas negative sentiment can temporarily disable bonuses you've earned until your sentiment improves. The combination of fan rating and sentiment will affect many aspects of your career, so keep tabs on them at all times.
So that means the team will get rewards if we can keep the fans happy. I'm in. Okay, time to see what Mathis wanted to see me for.
First GP's not far away now, and people are starting to roll off the project as we get more and more of the car locked down ahead of our debut race. We can't afford to lose momentum, so we need to start tasking people with work towards our first upgrade package. As it stands, we already have some resource points, data from testing, that we can use to kickstart our research efforts. We just need to know where you want us to start. Let's go pick an upgrade to research.
Understood. Might as well see what new part I could develop for the car.
This is where we choose our research projects. Research and development are split into 4 departments: aero, powertrain, chassis, and durability. Pick one of these departments and let's go choose the first research project you'd like us to tackle.
Just like last year.
Copy that. That feels like a good place to start. I'll get the research team on it.
Well, I didn't have a lot of research points, so there wasn't really anything I could do. Facility improvements. Does this mean I can upgrade the team's facilities?
Okay, this is the facility improvement screen. Here are the improvements you can currently schedule for this facility. You can access the other facilities and explore their improvements from these tabs. Some improvements need us to have completed other improvements first. If an improvement is blocked, it will be listed here, along with information on which improvements we need to complete first in order to unblock it. Each improvement will provide us with an ongoing benefit, but they each also increase the size of that facility. As the facility gets bigger, it will unlock higher levels of that facility, which in turn unlock further improvements for us to pursue.
I was right once again, and the more upgrades I make, the higher level the facilities get. Extra noise.
Okay, I'll book in a meeting with the contractors and we'll get that started.
Here, might as well spend the cash in some facility upgrades. Okay, that's all the facility improvements I can purchase now. Let's continue.
This is where we manage our discussions with drivers, both our drivers and other drivers we might be interested in signing in the future. These slots are for our current drivers. We're obviously much closer to these two than anyone else, but it's still an important job each year, figuring out what's important to them and where their long-term aspirations lie. But we also have to be prepared for the future. If we lose one of our drivers, or if we feel we have a better prospect, it's important to have done the groundwork to allow us to negotiate with a new driver. Or more than one. Just be cautious. The more drivers we engage with, the more likely it is that our current drivers will get wind of it, and that can very much affect how they feel about us, and about their future in our team.
I see. But I think we are not gonna be replacing Sonny or Aiden.
Each of your facilities has a number of staff members. The more staff you have in a facility, the more productive it will be, but the more it will cost to run it. Facilities automatically recruit staff over time up to the current cap, but if you want to limit expenditure, you can reduce that cap. Be aware, reducing the cap to below your current workforce will cause the excess staff to be made redundant. And even if you raise the cap later, it will take time to rehire those roles and get back to the previous staff levels. Beyond that, making a lot of staff redundant in a short space of time can have a chilling effect upon both morale of the remaining staff and hiring rate.
Understandable, but considering that our income seriously outweighs the running costs, I think we should be okay. As for the redundancy, I will need every single team member to be at their best.
Hello, boss, and welcome to corporate. This is the hub for the team's finances, our corporate identity, and for our ongoing sponsor relations. Speaking of which, it's important to ensure that our new sponsors are reflected in our team's livery before we head to the first race weekend. Select customization.
And let's go finalize the livery design.
Will do, Anissa.
From here, select race gear. We want to focus on the car, so select the car option. This is where you can define the look of your car. Liveries, driver number, and sponsor decals. Right now, we're focused on sponsors, so let's select this option. This is the decal editor, where you can apply sponsor decals to your car. Part of what we do here in corporate is build up our family of sponsors. So, over time, we'll have more of them to display on the car. The more secondary sponsors you feature on the car, the more money we'll make. But be aware, there are diminishing returns. Use this selector to focus on different areas of the car and start adding some sponsor decals.
So that means I can customize the car however I like, and that we can get more money by adding more and more sponsor decals. In that case, I better get to work on making this car look good. I think the car is ready, and it looks like the secondary sponsors are gonna give us a weekly income of almost $500,000.
If you're happy with that design, then that's what we'll go with.
I can edit the driver number styles as well. Well, I need them to look good, and in the right colors. Now the car is finished. And finally, I can advance the calendar forward.
Sorry to disturb. Need you for a moment, please, boss?
What's the problem, Mathis? Which one of our drivers should get time in the simulator? And I have to choose? Geez, if I have to pick, then I guess I'm gonna pick Sonny.
So, we're gonna need to open talks with drivers for next season. They could be ours, or are currently driving for other teams. You should head to the driver comms page to see who you want to consider.
Before I do that, I noticed that Mathis needs my help in the engineering department. I'm gonna have to see what he wants. I guess he wanted to tell me that I have enough research points for a new part. Well, time to research a new part. And let's buy a new facility upgrade. And now it's time for the driver talks.
Here you can review the progress of negotiations with a specific driver. This is a summary of the current status. Over time, we in the personnel department will progress talks with this driver. The more progress we make, the more we'll find out about both their expectations of our team and of the kind of contract they'd consider. At key points of this process, face-to-face meetings with the driver are critical to unlock further insights and to build a rapport with them. Ultimately, this will allow us to negotiate better terms if we decide to move to contract. For now, the contract window is closed, so let's just focus on doing the groundwork to sound out some likely candidates.
The season hasn't even started yet, Andrew. time to advance the calendar forward again.
Great news! One of our research upgrades is complete. Once we finish researching an upgrade, we can start developing it for one or both of our cars. Head over to the development screen to get started.
Thanks for the information, Mathis. And one of the facility improvements has finished. Ultra noise.
The research group have delivered us a design, but we need to actually build the thing if it's going to be of any use. And for that, we have the development group. This is where we turn the engineer's dreams into reality. Here's the upgrade we've researched. Select it to start development.
Roger that.
So, it's up to you whether to kick this development off now or not. But when you do, you'll want to consider how you want to develop it. Certain options won't be available until you've invested a bit more into improving this facility. But the important thing to think about is that you need to develop 2 copies of the part, one for each of your driver's cars. If you only have a single part when you get to a Grand Prix, you'll need to visit the Assign Upgrades area to decide which driver's car to prioritize.
Okay, I get the gist of this. Best to develop a new part for both cars, since I am not gonna be a complete dumbass and prioritize just one driver, unless I am forced to. Moving on.
This one's gone according to plan.
What's gone according to plan? Sonny appreciated the extra time in the simulator. Good for him. A grid reveal for the new season. Alright then, time to show off the fruits of our labor with the rest of the grid. And with that out of the way, let's once again advance the calendar forward.
Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us.
A new sponsor wants to work with us? Good. I better see if I have any space available in the car for their sponsor decal. looks like I don't. But wait, did it say that I unlock extra slots if my fam rating is high enough? Because in that case, I better work hard to get that fam rating up. Same drill by now.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
Don't worry about that one, Mathis. And it looks like that the very first race weekend will take place in Australia. But anyways, I'm gonna end this episode off right here. Stay tuned to Swagmaster the Zed Slayer Productions and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. This is Microsoft Sam, signing off. Peace out.